What a beautiful morning it is right now in my Minecraft world. Hello everybody, this is Edward, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with the eco-friendly series. Right now I've got myself some dark oak saplings, and we're going to plant down these right here. This is for a project that I'm hopefully going to be finishing up today, starting and finishing, fingers crossed. But before we get into that, I hope everyone's having an absolutely wonderful day, and if not, let's make it a wonderful day. Okay, so I am making, if the title of the video hasn't already given it away, I am making myself a vegetable patch, and I need to make some coarse dirt, so I had to go down and mine some gravel. Usually I have tons and tons of gravel, and I can't get rid of the stuff. But in this world, I hadn't mined any yet, so I had to go and find some. And I need to make sure I've got everything just to get started. I need to do some placeholders, and I'm thinking sand might be the way to go. So I'll grab some sand. I just want to put this down and see what it looks like. Now, I was going to build where I originally put my first farm, but you know what? This area is so lovely and flat, which is good, and it's also got a cat, so that's a good sign as well. And I'm thinking for our vegetable patch, it's going to be an above ground vegetable patch, if I can say the word. And we are going to have, I think right at the beginning, we're going to have 4 lots of 2x3. That seems right. And we'll have a gap of 2 because we're going to have borders around the little beds, vegetable beds. And we got some honey right here, and I wouldn't mind collecting a bit of honey if the bees or bee doesn't want to hurt me. See if I can get it without the bee noticing. But yes, we're going to do ourselves a lovely vegetable patch, and the only issue is I'm trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to make sure that the vegetable patch stays hydrated, and it's not something I've really figured out just yet, but maybe some type of above ground water source that's hidden in a house or somewhere. I don't know, I'll have a think about it. But make ourselves some shears, grab some honey. I'd like to make just one bee box if I can, not a beat box, no, a bee box. And we are I don't know where I'd put it, but it would just be nice. I'll make sure there's no bees around. Okay, I think we're good. Can't hear any bees inside. Okay, honeycomb, grab that. Now the bee doesn't look overly mad. Can't see the red eyes, but maybe with this texture pack he doesn't. I mean, looks like he's frowning, but I'm not too sure. I don't want to get too close just in case. No, he's not coming after me. Let's see. There we go, went back into his home, or her home. Ooh, okay. There we go, got ourselves some more wood. The reason why I'm using the dark oak is because I want to put a like a wall around the above ground vegetable area, and I've only got oak and dark oak and is it spruce, and those are the 3. I had a look around in the area before I started recording I should say, in order to see if there was any other types of trees around, but because I'm not too sure what other trapdoors will look like. But yeah, I plan on using trapdoors just to kind of line the vegetable beds. Always got to back up. And we'll grab this. And let me tell you a little bit about my yesterday. I had a very busy yesterday. We've had painters in the house, and they painted our bedroom, and we've had to move most of our stuff out of the bedroom, so we only had a few things like our bed and dressers in there, and pretty much everything else, on our nightstands, and pretty much everything else had to be moved out. Okay, there's no logs hiding up there, that's good. And so the room's a little bit bare at the moment, and we had our walls painted, and they look a lot nicer because we did have posters up of things all over the place, and then over the years we took posters down and new posters up, and after a while the walls became a little bit damaged from all the blue tack, so we need to find a way to put posters up now without damaging the walls with blue tack. I I think that seems good. I'd like to do a test also to see how it looks with the different types of trapdoors on it. Just grab this egg, see if we can get a little chick to come out of this egg. Oh, the bee's waiting. Please don't hit the bee. He might be a little bit upset with me. No, we're good. Okay, cool. So yes, the walls have been painted, and I figured yesterday, while I am doing the while the walls have been done, I will pull up the old carpet, because we have some very old grotty carpet in there, and it's just like, well, we got nice timber floors underneath that. So it wasn't so much the carpet removal was the hard bit, it was the around the edges, these planks of wood that have been nailed into the ground with spiky nails coming up, which holds the iron golem, which holds the carpet down in place. Getting that out was difficult, but I got all the carpet out, and it was a bit of hard work, but you got to do what you got to do. And now we've got to get someone in to look at the floorboards and to sand down the floorboards and then varnish them, because it's quite while the floorboards look nice. So I'm just checking to make sure how to make coarse dirt properly, hence why I had to get all the gravel. While the floorboards do look nice, they need to be sanded and varnished, and hopefully made waterproof as well, because hang on a minute, one's coarse dirt and one's regular dirt, and they look exactly the same. Am I going crazy here? They almost look the same. There's a slight, I think the coarse dirt looks slightly darker, but at first glance I could barely tell the difference. Okay, here we go. Here's the first. This will be the second vegetable patch. Man, this villager seems very eager to know what's happening over here. Hello, I think that's the one that keeps stealing my bed every night. Okay, there we go. And what we'll do with the coarse dirt is that we'll put it down in between these to make it look like a lot of foot walkings have been happening around here. Steppings. There we go. So how I'm going to get these all the water moist around here for the damp soil, I'm not too sure, but I'll figure it out. Okay, so that's a good start. Just trying to grab these saplings right here. Yeah, just thinking, I want to keep little things like that there on the ground, just because, I don't know, it just adds, it's the messiness of it all that just adds a little bit of something. And if you can hear birds tweeting in the background, well, that's because I got the window open today to let some fresh air into the house. Mainly A, because I like fresh air, and B, because we have a very strong smell of paints throughout the entire house. They did our lounge room, our dining room, our kitchen, our bedroom, upstairs bedroom. Yeah, needed a lot of windows open to get that smell of paint out. Now let's see how this goes with the coarse dirt there, so that way the grass won't grow over this. I reckon it looks pretty cool, actually, even though one thing I'm just noticing, how cool is that? The grass kind of curves around to add a little bit of, that's really nice, so it blends in nicely. Oh, I love that. That is absolutely sensational. Sorry, getting excited over coarse dirt, but that is absolutely beautiful. I love that. So there we go, that looks like it's used pathways. People have been walking around tending to the vegetables. So that's our coarse dirt down. And now I need to add the edge paneling. So there we go. But first, sorry, just thinking to myself, I'm going to do a compost bin. I didn't make myself enough half slabs. There we go. I think that would certainly be well, the sun's going down, be in the right environment to be at a vegetable patch. So we can put this down. A little garden shed would be nice, but I think it'd be a little bit too bulky. It might, the size of the garden shed might overpower the just with physical dominance, overpower. Oh, hello, bee. How do you do? Just checking up on me. Oh, little head bumps. That's what my cats like to do when they say hello to me when I'm on the computer. There we go, friendly bee. Oh, isn't this picturesque right here? That's almost a thumbnail. If the vegetable garden was complete and we had a fence around it, I think that would be absolutely beautiful. I haven't really looked into fences, but I'll have a look right now while we're playing and see what looks good. There we go, villager in my bed again. Excuse me. I need to update my Optifine. I can do that. I should probably do that. Poor fella stayed awake all night next to the bed, longing for a good night's sleep. Yeah, boy, and speaking of sleep, I haven't been sleeping overly well, but every time I go to bed, I think what happens, I always read before I go to sleep. It's very important to read. And I always manage to get excited. Right now I'm reading Animal Farm by George Orwell. I love Orwell. He's an amazing writer. 1984 Animal Farm, and I got another one that was given to me quite some time ago called Down and Out in, I think it's Paris and London. Another one of his that I'm excited to read, but I got Animal Farm for I think it was like just $1 as a bookstore was closing down, and I thought, how could I not buy this? And I had I finished 1984 by that point, and I loved 1984, so beautifully written. But yeah, so I think I get so excited from reading books that I find it hard to go to sleep. I don't mind that. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible either, because I'm not too sure how I feel about the see-through bits on these trapdoors for the regular oak, so maybe dark oak. Until I can find something else, the dark oak might do just fine. But yeah, I've also been reading another author, Max Barry, who's an Australian writer, and I finished one of his books called Jennifer Government, which is about it's kind of like a dystopian world where I guess how the government becomes privatized, everything's owned by corporations, and it's let's just say, a friend of mine who's also quite the bookworm says it's quite preachy about the capitalism, which it is, but it's also a very funny book, and he's very easy to read. So Max Barry is probably my new favourite Australian author, because I can read his books and not feel too stressed out. I'm not, when I say stressed out, it's not as intense. It's exciting, but not as intense as, say, reading George Orwell. Okay, let's try and see what we can do with the water here. I'm just going to do an experimental well. When I say well, I mean a block of water surrounded by 4 bits of dirt. Nothing exciting. As I say, it's all experimental at the moment. But yes, there we go. So, exciting news while I do this. Just counting here. Oh, got the villager being a farmer already, even though there's no farm here. So after we did after the painting was done, I ripped up the carpet by myself, and back-breaking labor, I should say. Okay, so the water can't go all the way down there. Okay, the water can reach 2, right, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. The water does reach out 4 by 4, so that would work. Problem is, though, the bits in the middle on both sides would be a right pain to figure out, so I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've got to think of something, because I don't want my vegetables to be dry. No one wants dry vegetables. Poor vegetables wouldn't like that at all. But yes, the carpet, we tore up the carpet, I tore up the carpet, and it took a long time, and then I removed all the sharp bits, and then it was a lot of sweeping up and vacuuming and sweeping up and vacuuming, because there's so many bits of grit and old bits of carpet, and the bit underneath the carpet and all that. And what else was there? Oh yeah, there was like nails, but like not nails, but staple nails. I don't know what to call them. The ones that it's like a stapler, but comes out of a very powerful staple gun that's like pressurized. And there was those randomly throughout underneath the carpet. I think they were just left there by the people who put the new carpet down, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago. And so I had to go around with pliers and try and find them, but I'm worried I haven't found them all yet, so I'm being very cautious when I walk on these floorboards. But something else I found, which is amazing, in the corner of the room, and I'll link a picture down below if you're interested in seeing it. I'll post it up on Reddit because it's pretty darn cool. In the corner of the room, after I pulled up the carpet, I noticed that the floorboards looked a little unusual. like there's a cutout. So, me being inquisitive, I thought, you know what, let's have a look underneath here. And I, with great care, lifted up the floorboards in this corner, and I found like a metal square, like a lid covering something. And I thought, is this just like a metal thing on top of a pillar? I don't know. Okay, there we go. Grab some carrots. We're gonna put down some vegetables in the garden just to see how things look. So I, with a little bit of effort, because I don't think it's been touched for quite some time, at least 20 or 30 years, I removed the metal paneling, and there, sunken into the ground, surrounded by concrete, very sturdy I might add, was a combination safe. I'm not too sure how big it would be, maybe 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters. I don't know what that is in inches, so apologies to anybody who doesn't use the metric system but uses the imperial system. But yeah, 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters, huge safe, I guess, by my standards. I don't really have a safe. And I was looking at it, and it's a combination, and thinking, well, I didn't know what to. I was really excited, and I kind of want to know what's inside it. I tried listening to the combination and seeing if I could crack it, but there was a few times I thought maybe I'd succeeded, but unfortunately, alas, I did not. So the safe is still locked, and I mean, all probability, there's probably nothing in there. Maybe some dirt, maybe a few dead bugs, maybe a few scraps, bit of paper with things on it, which will mean absolutely nothing to me, but I'm excited. Maybe you don't know what you could find inside an old safe, one that hasn't been touched for decades. And if there's anything of value, we might have to contact the old, the people, the previous tenants. The people who owned the house before us. If we can find them, this is maybe 40 years ago this house was bought. Not by me, but, oh, look at that picket fence. Oh, I love that. I'm not going to even bother looking at any of the other fences. That is absolutely gorgeous. I think this is exactly what I was hoping to have in my protecting my garden. Just not too sure how I'm going to do this because we've got that there. I know that things look better if it's a little bit organic, and by that I mean nothing is a perfect square. Oh, that is gorgeous. I love that. Okay, we need to get ourselves some more spruce wood. Sorry, I'm excited now. Let's see if we can get another chicken coming out here. But yeah, it's really cool finding the safe, and a hidden safe at that. It was interesting, you know, sleeping above it or virtually right next to it for about 10 years and not even realizing it. So hopefully I'd love to open it up and find something nice in there and get to keep it, because I don't know about how things work, but I think finders keepers rules in a court of law doesn't exactly work. So if we do find something, we may have to find the rightful owner, and if we can't, well, we might be lucky and be able to keep it. I don't know. It'd be nice to find a couple of bars of gold or something like that. Just imagine that, hey? That would be quite the shock. Or old coins, or even stamps, or anything collectible. That would be absolutely amazing. But yes, this is all speculation. In all probability, there's probably nothing of value inside there. I mean, think about it. If you're moving out of a house, unless someone who's quite old and very forgetful forgets to empty it, the chances of someone actually leaving anything in there is very slim. But then again, you do hear stories, or I haven't heard them for a while, but you do hear stories about people digging up their old garden and finding an old metal case and opening it up to find old coins in there or something like that, and then there's legal battles about who owns it. My father always used to say when I was a kid, if that was ever in the news, if you bought the land, you bought whatever's on there, so including something that's been left there. But I'm sure if he was the one who had left something there buried in the garden that was worth of value, he would certainly kick up a stink and try and claim it back. But the nature of being human, I suppose. Okay, we'll grab this and then we'll build ourselves a fence, and then yeah, I think we'll call it good for today, but we still got a little bit more to go, so we'll keep going. Bit of a longer episode. I try and stop my recordings at about between 17 to 20 minutes. That feels good. And oh dear, okay, you're having a bit of a hard time, and unfortunately that poor squid beached itself. Oh well, guess I get an ink sack, so that way if I need to do any writing, I can do that. Okay, let's grab the saplings before I leave here. Oh, and the sticks as well. That will help also be beneficial for my fence. I need all the sticks I can get, thank you. So yes, I'm gonna have to learn how to crack a safe. I mean, I've seen it enough in movies and TVs to know that you're supposed to have a stethoscope, and you're supposed to put your ear next to it, and you're supposed to listen to it while being very quiet, and hopefully hear the I don't know what you're listening out for. I guess the locks, the pins, whatever, lining up and clicking. I did buy lockpicks. Maybe a year and a half ago. I was figuring out it's like a whole range of different lockpicks. Hello, sheep. Oh, I didn't even see that chicken. And I just wanted to learn how to pick locks because I thought that would be a very cool thing to have in my repertoire of skills. But I learned to be able to do it a little bit, but I'm certainly nowhere near, not even beginner. Amateur, I think is the correct word. But yeah, very exciting. If I can crack this safe, I'll be very happy just to see what's inside it. And if not, I'll be sure to use it. I could put anything in there. Just trying to think what I could put. I was actually making jokes and saying we should hide random things in there and then not tell anyone about it, and that way in 50 years time when they find it and crack it open, they'll wonder why exactly someone put a kazoo and half a peanut butter sandwich and a picture of Shania Twain in a safe. I don't know, just random things like that. There we go, that's beautiful picket fence. I've had a song, look at that. While I was mining today, I've had a song stuck in my head. It was a song I came across yesterday just through YouTube Music. I was kind of listening to some power metal while I was pulling up the carpet, just trying to get some energy in me. And over time, a random song came on. A lot of random songs came on actually that I was listening to. And this one song, I thought it was pirate metal when I first heard it, but it wasn't. But it was one of those kind of offshoot metal songs, and it was really, really catchy. And it's by bands called Windrose, and the song's called Diggy Diggy Hole, and it's basically about dwarfs mining in the earth. And it is so cool and very upbeat and so happy, and not happy, cheerful metal, I guess. And I absolutely loved it. So I was listening to this song while I was mining today, getting the gravel, and I was thinking I should get a dwarf skin for Minecraft, but you know what? I'm happy with the alchemist skin that I've got here. So the dwarfs are pretty cool, aren't they? There we are. Look at that. Oh. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, we need to get down, put some carrots here as well. What I'll do is, carrots on the other side to the left of this, I will swap them out with the beets there. That way it's kind of like going on the diagonal, just to kind of mix it up, because it looks a bit kind of, I don't know what the right word is. It just doesn't look as nice being next to each other like that. So for me, with farming, it's always about finding with farming, I'm either getting so much that I can't eat it all, or I'm not getting enough to keep my Minecraft avatar alive. So I guess this is going to be a little experiment about trying to get a good balance of food production. I guess a little bit of excess is good, but not heaps. Then even with a little bit of excess, it kind of can become a lot over time. But yeah, getting back to that song, Diggy Diggy Hole. I'm not kidding, that's the name of the song, Diggy Diggy Hole. I'll put a link down below, so you're welcome to have a look at it. It's very fun, and I loved it. And also, if you want to see the safe, A link will also be down below for the picture that I upload to Reddit. Yeah, very exciting. Ah, boy. Well, almost finished here. We'll just get these last bits on the side here. I think this looks okay. It kind of looks like a frame with the way that the black and the white square in the middle and the black frame around the trapdoor. So it kind of looks like wooden frames around that. Yeah, I quite like the look of that. That is almost an ideal picture for my for the screenshot. There you go, and that Minecraft villager is very, very happy with himself right there. I'm very happy with this. I might add a few things just to kind of give it a bit more personality, but I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Goodbye.